Hey everybody, it is Rolly and welcome back to day 7. So the secret power of 7 is now coming to a close on day 7. So I have a couple of things that I wanted to be able to share. However, one of the things is that we've had a few technical difficulties for anybody who wanted to be able to sign up for the VIP. So VIP is going to be available. So you're going to be able to still sign up until Wednesday. So Robin's going to be back into work tomorrow, and so she's going to look after doing all the things. So if you have any difficulty, please send an email to Robin at info at rolly.ca and let her know in the comments what email address that you are trying to sign up with, and she will be able to help you with that. So info at rollyalaire.ca. And so if you're having any technical difficulties with respect to being able to get signed up for the VIP, want to make sure that people have access to that. So we are getting close. We're in that Mercury retrograde shadow. And so we have had some technical difficulties over the last, over this course of this week. And so Robin has been able to iron out a number of different glitches. However, there's been somebody did send a message to one of the speakers and said we couldn't get in to be able to log in to sign up. So please make sure that you send an email to info@rollyalaire.ca and Robin will definitely be able to help you. So in the description or in the comments, there's a link for anybody who wants to be able to come and join me streaming live on the on StreamYard. So if you want to click on the link, it'll take you through the process of it'll ask you for permission with Facebook in order for you to be able to come and join on the video. And then you will pop up into our back end, and then I will be able to add you into the video if you would like to join me. So today's topic is alternative medicine. And so there are a few things that are actually going to be shared in alternative medicine, things like the ionic foot detox, things like crystals, things like the vibration massage mats, a lot of different things like that. But alternative medicines really fit a lot of some of the things that some of the speakers have actually talked about. And so although they were in different categories, they still fit into that alternative medicine. And so just wanted to make sure that that part was actually pointed out as well, because these all play a factor. And so the last 7 days, we have put together either 7 tips, seven chakras, 7 days. Like there are lots of things around the sevens, and so things such as the 7 wonders of the world, right? So like there's 7 days of the week, there's 7 wonders of the world. There are 7 directions, and so that is something that that no one had actually touched on this week, was the 7 directions. And so we've got north, south, east, and west. So those are the 4 directions. And then we've got inside, right? So ourselves, within ourselves. And then we have above and below, right? So there are these 7 directions that provide us with all these different keys, all these different things that actually happen as well. So I'm really hoping that you have enjoyed the summit. I'm really hoping that you have learned lots. And I'm really hoping that you've had that opportunity to be able to connect with our speakers, to be able to connect with each other and have some amazing conversations as to what it is that's going on. If you've signed up for the VIP, or will be signing up for the VIP, depending on where things are at technology-wise for you. But if you signed up, there are bonuses that are available to you as a VIP member that have not been provided during this week. So there are some things that you will be able to have access to that, that you will be able to continue to have access to beyond this, this summit. And so I really enjoyed being able to learn so much from the different speakers, as well as you. I've had the opportunity to be able to listen to most videos, and there's a couple more videos that I do need to finish up with, but I've had that opportunity. So for those of you who have that are watching, have you had a chance to watch all the videos? And have you had that opportunity to be able to connect with some of the speakers? I know that we've had the pleasure of having a couple of speakers that have been on during the lives, which has been amazing. I know that some of you have had conversations with some of the speakers inside the Facebook groups. And so there's lots of continuation in terms of conversation. We want to continue the conversation. We want to continue the way that of being able to pick up on some of these things that are going on and that we are learning. So I know, like I said, I know that I've had an amazing time listening to the speakers and being able to learn more, and like even the conversations that we've had with Sandra, and the conversation that we had with now my mind is gone completely blank. The live conversation that we had with one of our guests and with Heather. So Heather came on and she had that conversation with us as well, and she was able to share some of her wisdom. And so that's one of the things as well for anybody who's new to our community. On every Wednesday, we have what's called Chatting with Wisdom. And so typically it's Wednesday. Sometimes we have to adjust the schedule depending on our guests and scheduling. So sometimes we do have to adjust. However, it's usually 10 a.m. Eastern time on my page, as well as YouTube. And so if you haven't been connected to some of the things that have been going on, but we have some incredible women that come forward and share their wisdom and give us some feedback as to some of the things that are going on. Sometimes it's women in business. And for the most part, it's women that are interviewed. So periodically we will have men come and join us. But typically it is women that join us for this discussion and for this as part of our community. So because one of the things that we want to be able to do is support women. And so like it's women supporting women. And that is extremely important to me, is that we have that opportunity for us to be able to support each other and allow us to be able to go through what's the next step and what it is that's happening, and how can we tap into that those connections and bring wellness into our lives. And so for those of you who have joined us this week, one of the things that you've learned is that there's been many things that have shifted for me over the last couple months that I've had to adapt to, that I've had to change, that I've had to modify. And I don't keep any of those things surprise or secret or pretend like life is 100% perfect, because it's not. And one of the things that I know that my clients have actually talked about is the fact that because I actually share in my adventures, because I actually share in my challenges and the struggles that I sometimes have, is that it allows everybody to know that it's real. And so that's one of the things that we talk about a lot in our group. So we have a program called Soulful Life Hacks and every week we meet. And so it is women who are focusing on making changes in their life, that really want to be able to see those changes and don't want to be continuously struggling with the situations that are actually going on and whatever it is that is going on in their lives, and want to make changes. And so and we talk about like alternative medicines. We talk about some alternative approaches as to how we can manage and we can deal with different things, and so on and so forth. So because none of us are perfect, and that's one of the other things. Have a hey Heather, So, and none of us are perfect, right? So none of us are perfect. We have the opportunity to make changes. All of us have life that happens to us. And as much as we say, okay, well, I'm going to be staying positive thinking, or I'm not going to get sucked into the drama of my family life, or I'm not going to get wrapped back into my anxiety. There are things that happen and things that draw us back in. But this week we've actually been able to talk about a lot of different tools that bring these things together. And so our soulful life hackers oftentimes will share with each other something that is relatable to somebody else that has been going through things, or sometimes we get together and we just talk about up with ideas as to how to be able to help somebody else struggle or not struggle so much through something that's going on. And so we brainstorm, we come up with some ideas as to how we're going to be able to do that, because community is everything. And that is one of the things in Mind, Body, Heart, and Soul Connection Facebook group and Telegram group. This is a community. This is a place for us to be able to share. And so, like, if you're struggling with something in particular, then put it out there and say, hey, this is something that's going on. This is what I've been struggling with, and put it out there and see what ideas that are coming up. And you take what you need and you leave the rest. And I can't remember who it was that said that earlier, but anybody who's been working with me for a while knows that that's one of the things that I always say: take what you need and leave the rest. And everything else will come into play, and everything else will come into things will actually come into fruition. So one of the things that I wanted to have the opportunity to do, and it'll happen tomorrow. So tomorrow, sometime, I will be coming on live. I'm thinking probably around 10 a.m. Eastern time, where I'm going to be coming on and doing a draw. And so how you get your name entered into the draw is that you've, over the course of this summit, inside the Facebook group, so inside the Mind, Body, Heart, and Soul Connection group, is that you have taken the time to be able to engage with our speakers, to be able to engage with each other, being able to engage in the lives. And so if you and anybody who's actually had their name entered into the draw will have the opportunity to win what our Soulful Life Hackers receive is a seasonal divinity box as part of the program. And so I am going to be offering a seasonal divinity box. And the seasonal divinity box is a box full of goodies that you have the opportunity to be able to use. So sometimes it's candles, sometimes it's essential oils, sometimes it is decks and cards and books and journals, and we've had a smudge bundle. Like, so there's lots of different things that actually go into the seasonal divinity box, and one of the things that is incredible. And so so anybody who has participated, everybody who has had that opportunity over the course of and we have until Wednesday. So in terms of engagement and conversation. So there will be another draw, just so that you guys know, but I will be doing one tomorrow. And so so engaging in the conversations, engaging with each other. And so Christine says, I am part of Soulful Life Hacks and highly recommend it to everyone. It's a confidential platform where we get to communicate freely. And so we do meet weekly. However, it's not something that is set in stone. So if you can't meet weekly, that's okay too. Most people actually do want to meet weekly, because we actually build a relationship and everybody looks forward to checking to see how everybody's doing. And it really is a great community. And so Heather says, ooh, presents. And so, yeah, so there will be a draw tomorrow, specifically on anybody who has participated. So whether it has been on the lives, whether it has been in the in the discussions. So like anybody who started a discussion, so having those conversations with each other. So your name will be entered into a draw specifically so that you will actually have that. But there will be some more participation prizes happening. So because we have until Wednesday to be able to make up for the VIP. And so on Wednesday, there will be, before we close off the VIP, so when we do the draw on Wednesday, one of the draws are going to be for a VIP package. And so if you already have a VIP, then you're able to gift it to someone else. And so, so if there's a family or friend that you think that should receive it as well, then if you've already signed up for it, then that's one of the extra perks that you actually get to have. So then technically it would be a 2-for-1. But just being able to have that opportunity for conversation and communication and keeping those connections going and having that opportunity for chatting and connection. So we definitely want to be able to continue the conversation, and because even though we've taken the time this week to work on ourselves, we're not done. We still have, it's not a one and done. So like there's none of these things that anybody has presented that is a one and done. It is something that we need to continue to work on. It is something that continues. Life continues to happen to us no matter what it is or who we are or what it is that's going on. And so just really important for us to be able to do that. So I thank all of you for joining me and the other speakers on this incredible journey this week, and love to be able to know how you guys have done this week. What's one of your takeaways? What is it that is happening? If you're not done watching the videos, then that's going to be something else. There are going to be, because there were some technical glitches, so there's going to be a couple of other videos that still need to be going in. And so, but again, VIP is extended until Wednesday. So technically you'll have until Robin starts on September 1st. So when Robin comes into work on September 1st is when it's going to be. So, and we never know when that's going to change, because Robin has different times that she actually works, because I'm not her only person that she does the work with. So sometime on September 1st, things will have shifted and changed, and would love to have you guys join us for the VIP. And so I will chat with all of you guys later, and looking forward to seeing who wins the Seasonal Divinity Box tomorrow. Bye for now.